Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fascist Ireland, and we are beating the tar out of the Soviet Union. This war should not take very long at this rate. We've gotten multiple large surrounds, things are really turning in our favor. Nationalist Spain joined, that's fine. It's not too big of much of a boon, it's whatever, right? I mean, you know the game's starting to get later on when Nationalist Spain joins, but we should be still succeeding navally in the regions we're in. Not much going on down here. Probably don't need my navy there, but that's fine. We've almost cut the Russians off of the the Black Sea. Definitely cut them out of the Baltic. This guy. It's fine. Not sure the British Parliament's going to do much good in Scandinavia, since Britain is my subject, but whatever. Now, this truck. Interesting. We got our MPs, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in here. Right there. Military police, save that. So that's going to make them a little better at what they do. We've got the new research, so I think I'm going to apply that to... Gee, what do I want? It's probably a good idea to get Field Hospitals 3 because I have such low manpower. Mechanized equipment's going to finish shortly. Just a few days away. And then once this mechanized is being produced, I'm going to start making tank divisions. Ooh, I have reduced ahead of time penalty though. Only a few months difference, but it could make the difference. Now, let's go ahead and change. I only have one motorized, huh? Well, what don't I need multiples of? I have 3, and that's going to be ramped up as soon as I change over my equipment. Carrier fighters, the need is filled. Well, it's going to be interesting, because I do need the mechanized for what I'm intending to make. At least a full line. And if the need on the carrier fighters is done for now, I can probably, well, let's move this up. And then we'll do this. And we'll keep that going at that rate. So we can at least start to get these. And then we're going to go to our divisions. We're going to edit our armored division. And we're going to change those to mobile battalions. We're going to do mechanized. Mechanized. This is going to be armor battalions, medium tanks. So that's only going to cost us 30. What else can we add to this that's going to help? Recon seems to always be good. Recon company. Movement advantages. A little bit less piercing, a little bit more weight, a little less armor, a little less... I think it's worth it though, for the movement speed, because this is meant to be a mobile battalion. Engineering company, attack and defense, or movement, marshes, and you know, that's pretty good. Once again, it's reduction in that way. Let's go ahead and add another medium tank division, another, not motorized, mechanized. So we're up to combat class 16, and then I want to add another one, and mechanized. We're at 20. We have decent HP, Organization is not very good. How can I improve organization? We could do... I don't think this affects speed. We'll see though. So our speed is where? Max speed. 8 kilometers an hour. So then we remove it. 8 kilometers an hour. Okay, so I can have my support anti-tank. The field hospital is just a good idea. It's going to increase our HP. Organization is lower. What other company do we want? I don't even have support artillery. There's no point in making them MPs, so we could save that for now. Seems like a pretty solid unit. It's gonna cost a lot of manpower. Wow. 10,000 manpower per. So these are pretty expensive to produce. But I would like maybe 5 of them just to have involved in different things, and probably once we get involved in the United States it'll be a great idea. Let's go ahead and pop them down there. And we'll just sit on that for a while, because that's going to be all the manpower that I've got. So that's filled manpower. Maybe we'll just do 4, because that guy's not getting the full. And that'll save us some manpower for ships and the other things we got going on. So that's got producing 2. That I didn't have produced 1 yet. Cannot deploy already. Ugh, I'm gonna have to increase again. I really don't want to have to do that. These manpower laws are vicious. They really ruin production. The attrition is so strong, but we are pushing very heavy-handedly now. I don't even know where the Soviet troops have gone. Like, I'm honestly confused as to where they've gone. Okay, so they're gonna go all the way to here. Probably won't be necessary, but at least it'll be another option once they're done with the main line. And we're gonna go. These folks in the north still pushing fairly well. I'm glad to see that. Could be that the majority are down here, trying to cut these off. I don't entirely know. Looks like they're working well on China. Communist China is spiraling pretty strongly. I'm hoping maybe that they... Yeah. Interesting. So that's not, they're not going to join the Comintern, they're a separate deal. Okay, we are getting mechanized going. Medium tanks, okay. I just think these fast units of tanks are going to be so valuable once we get to war with the United States. I probably should have saved all of the army experience. We gain it back so quickly with all this war that we should be able to do an upgraded medium tank 3 or a modern tank, depending on when I choose to join the United States war. Which most certainly won't be until after the Soviet Union, so. And then I might even contemplate coming across through Alaska and Canada and Mexico and do a 3-part attack. I think we should have sufficient men to do so. Oh, it's so thin here. Okay, so advanced anti-tank. That's solid. Let's go ahead and get that going. These guys aren't producing any. They will at some point. Change our research. We are done with our anti-tank. I don't plan on doing anti-air or artillery, so I can be done with this tree. We might as well get this organization breakthrough for tanks, because we are starting to get our tank divisions up, and we can get our blitzkrieg going. Very late in the war to start learning blitzkrieg, but you know, when you're a minor nation, some things take quite a bit longer. Oh, so much attrition. Interesting. Where are we getting this manpower from? Well, it's gone now. Okay, more chromium. No, thanks. No, thanks. I've already got all your money. No, thanks. Alright. Free dockyards. They're just smashed up. They're not free. That's fine. I cannot deploy my carrier. That is a bummer. Definitely a bummer. So, as soon as we get to 150, I'm changing the manpower again. I'm hoping I won't be producing that much more for quite a while, so I can kind of restabilize in that manner before we're at war with the United States and I need the reinforcements. I think this will be the end of the war when Stalingrad falls. They're pretty close to capitulation here. I'm not too concerned about it. And then once the Soviet Union falls, I think this will end this war. I don't think there's any other major powers, or nothing else is considered a major power. And then we can probably help Japan out with this Chinese war, or at least get everyone else involved. That way Japan can be viable against the United States. And at least tie up their western shores. Oh, you just should go for it, man. There's no reason not to go for this. I mean, you are out of supply, but obviously I don't care. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. And then once this is officially pieced out, I shouldn't get any more resistance in Sweden or Finland or any other places I take. So that'll be able to get me more manpower and more resources without having to always fix these things. As well as France. I should have all of France's factories basically fully repaired and ready to go. All sorts of stuff smashed up. Aviation effort 2. Very good. I kind of want that. What do I gotta do? Submarine effort? Still not going to be working on nuclear technology or anything like that for a while. I don't really see the need at this point. Ugh. I really hate doing this. Going to an all-adult serve, but... that's... ugh. It's just awful. That hurts. So let's see. We are getting kind of close on our new infantry equipment. Our field hospitals, mechanized equipment 2, which will become a factor fairly soon. Called Iraq. Okay. So Iraq is part of the Axis now. Interesting. We must have been exerting influence. Or someone was. Okay, Afghanistan's on our side now. It's all good news. I'm assuming... oh, Australia really hasn't messed with my stuff yet. Too much. Interesting. If I was them, I would've. Because I think they're part of the Allies still. And the United States isn't... well, we're not at war with the Allies yet. My mistake. I got ahead of myself. We have... what is this little guy? Can't even click on it. What are you comprised of? Wait, what do we got here? Yeah, I don't know. Just some light tanks. Sorry, Germany. I'm not ready yet. And I really don't want to join them before I'm ready, because then the United States can just take advantage of its proximity to all of my things over here, and I don't want to allow that just yet. I'd rather build up forces in all these areas and be able to push them back as soon as I join. I think pushing through Mexico would be the best option. Just because I've done it multiple times before, and I feel like it works a lot better than trying naval invasions. They're usually pretty well defended, and Canada has such bad infrastructure, it's really bad. It's basically like what we got going on up here in Russia. Just terrible snow and cold. No offense to any Canadians watching. It's not your country, it's your country in the game. What happened here? We lost something? Oh, jeez. We lost 20 submarines. That's bad. If only those destroyers would come over here. This fight with a... Oh my, this has been going on forever against these submarines. There's no way we're ever catching them. This is not gonna happen. We could probably move our Air Force now. I've been neglecting that for quite a while. Let's do Western Steppe. If I can use this airport. And then we can have some air superiority potentially. Or at least fight theirs back a little bit. There we go. That's definitely going to help with our pushes there. Our beasts of some airplanes here. Okay, we got our new Stens. Let's get the support equipment and change our production. There we go. Sten. Okay. So we're probably going to need more resources once that carries through. Ugh, that sucks. Only one factory on that. If only this war would end sooner and I could repair all the things I'm about to get. Now, if we could cross the river here, we'd be in a much better shape. We got our decryption, that's very good. Let's get our encryption. Get some advantages. We'll have to see. Yeah, we definitely have a decryption advantage. And we have air superiority, so those are both pretty advantageous. They are shooting down a lot of their fighters. We might as well just do a little interception. Just to knock some of those bombers out of the air. Come on, Russia, why even bother? Things are over for you now. I know it's the Soviet Union, it's just a habit to call them Russia. One of those things. Okay. We are working on that. Number 2, good. We're gonna get field hospitals that'll help with manpower. Wow, I got a ton of manpower now. Where did that all come from? Carrier. It's getting closer. We're gonna have 2 of those up. Now that I have that extra manpower, I'm going to do that. And then we're gonna go get another extra couple battleships. Because why not? We do have the manpower for it now. And then recruiting our tanks. Let's go ahead. We have a bunch of manpower. Let's get 15. That'll be a pretty sufficient tank force. Once they get all supplied and ready, we'll just wait for them to be ready. I'm not going to push it. Because I don't need them right now in Russia. There's literally no need. So we got this guy. Your truck. Why don't you truck all the way out here? A little bit of lag here. Not sure what's going on. Soviet Union's capitulated. Alright. Very good. Great news. Did we even take Stalingrad? We must have. Okay. So I think that in the interest of making things more contiguous for myself, I'll probably take all of Sweden. I've got a ton of points here. That's only going to cost me 382. I don't really want Finland. Oh, actually. Let's undo that. I'd rather take parts of France. They've got a lot of production in France. Take all states. Alright. So that's not going to work. Clearly. But if I don't take these pieces, they're pretty minor, but it could add up. I just basically don't want Germany to take any part of France. Just because I really feel like I'm doing better with the production than they are. We can come back for it later if they don't take it. It's still quite the cost. I don't really need this. It's going to help a little bit. Don't really need this. It's probably the most laborious way to do this. Oh, don't do this to me. I don't want it. Okay. Like, these are probably worth so little score anyway, but I'm just trying to chip away. I don't need this. Probably don't need all their little islands, because I can easily take, or Germany can have them, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is the United States now. Oh, it's Puerto Rico, no wonder. And then, I mean, I don't really need this. I've got a port elsewhere now. So we're probably getting close to where I can effectively take all this. That's not too vital. I can have that back. Still don't need that. Don't need that. So I'm just trying to whittle it down here so I can end the turn without being too far below Germany in points. So it won't allow you to do that. I mean, don't really need the Pyrenees that bad. Octane be good. Troyes. Don't really need Alsace or Lorraine. Jeez. Well, I can do that. And see what Germany does. Okay, that's fine. So I can take the rest of this, probably. Take all of France's production. Let's just take that for now. So they're taking huge chunks of Russia. That's fine. I'm willing to allow that. So if we take all... Well, let's see. Do I want to puppet them? I could puppet Sweden. Do something like that. And then take these pieces in the turn. So we got independent, or well, basically belongs to me, Sweden. The French Commune. Let's give them... I don't want to full liberate any of these. I think I made that mistake earlier on and liberated some during the Second World War. Let's go ahead and just satellite some of this stuff. It's not that important. It's pretty big. And then I think... I mean, having all these puppets is kind of demanding on the system, but puppet that, take a couple territories. Really? That's the difference there? Let's take it this time. Do this. And I think I should have enough points to take all these little pieces. Just so we can stop worrying about France. Mongolia, I honestly don't care at all about. So we might as well just puppet it. And then, let's see, Xinjiang, let's puppet it. Take some things. Can't take any things. Too expensive. Well, how many do I have? Oh, I don't have that much to spend. We'll do that. We should be able to do this, not that. And then we do a puppet in Xinjiang. Take some stuff. Quite the peace deal here. Now the Soviet Union. Let's just, you know, make some satellite governments. Ukraine's a pretty expensive one to create. Azerbaijan is not. Let's go ahead and pass for one turn. Then well, we could puppet Russia. Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. And then we do satellite Ukraine at some point here. Or I could just take all the... I'm going to take those chunks of land. So we'll pass. We'll pass. We'll satellite Ukraine. And take some stuff. It's probably not going to be the very best, but at least I can get a little production value out of it. If some military factories to work on tanks or something. There's probably not too much up here, and the infrastructure is probably pretty poor, but it's not that relevant because the factories themselves are really what matter. Okay, so I think we're done. And I'm going to call that an episode there.